Alright guys, welcome back here to the Blue Lantern Golf Club here after the 2 rounds there, cut scores here. Let's go over the third round here as we meet the golfers who made the cut but also are looking to see how they can compete for that final round staging opportunity here, guys. This could be a big one here. This is a shaker for everybody, as if you can get a great score at this tournament, you really can set yourself apart for the leaderboard total, as currently Phil Mickelson is falling behind Jack by only 1.5 scoring average. This course definitely can play a little bit harder if your putting is not on. This course is a definite difficult putting hole, and I know Phil is a semi-gold putter, and he definitely has the ability to kind of crash into the ground if he is not feeling his game. But then again, that's kind of cliche to say, because if anybody's not feeling the game, well, they're not going to do too much as well. So let's see how this one plays out here, guys. I'm just shuffling up the cards here for our third round pairings here, and then we will split them all up into our 8. Here's our outstanding golfers here, guys. These ones are going to be our 8th grouping of golfers, so kind of consider them the final group. So I will put them right here, and then we will separate these guys into 8 separate but equal stacks. Alright, so here we go. We got ourselves our stack right here. Okay, there's our stack right there. Cutting in half each time there. We got ourselves a stack. Okay, there you go. And I think I might need to shuffle over some cards here to each one there. Alright, so we have some stacks here, guys. Now remember, if I have a perk or anything like that, like where they get a perk or match day opportunity, something like that. I think that's what it's called. I forget what it's called, actually. I think it's called Tourney Day Golfer Issues and Perks. There you go. So if I get one of those, I just put a blue little performance chip on them, and then we go back and do that off camera, and then I'll tell you about it once they get it. Now remember, Ernie Els, and Ernie Els has, till further notice, his shaper opportunity is off, but he didn't make the cut, so he's kind of out of it here. They're not in it, but Billy Casper, I apologize, not Billy Casper, Hubert Green, I think he made it. If he does make it, he actually has, till further notice, he has double control. So we will see how that one plays out here, guys, and how that one will also be managed on this course. Okay, so with that being said, let's get right over to our completing the third rounds here, guys. Let's first and foremost do our outstanding golfers. I like to have them first done. That way they can kind of get out there and do well. So 46 says it's draw golfer contends with A-, low golfer finishes with D-, others finish with D. Okay, so this is quite the worst thing here for us. All right, so out of 3 here, we're just going to keep spinning them here. And draw golfer is Mark Calcavecchia. All right, so he will contend here, guys, with an A-. So put him right here at the contention. Low golfer here will actually finish with a D-, which will be right here. There you go. And then I think the others will finish at D. Wow, there you go. So Billy Casper finishes with a D. That is going to set him back in the leaderboards, I can tell you that much here, especially if that final round does not do well here. All right, so next group is going to be 46 as well. That is a second one here. So draw golfer, here we go. There it is. Let's see. Lee Trevino, he will contend with a A-. All the low golfer here, so the lowest golfer, 4B, 4A, 3C, 2C, 2B, 3C, 4B. So there's 2 golfers here, guys, and 3A. Now I remember here, guys, if it's a tie, oh goodness, I have to remember this one here, guys, because I remember if it's a tie on this option here for tournament mode, the golfers will actually have to roll the decider die. I'm just kind of checking it out real quick here. All right, so let's see here. Alright, so it says here that if there's a tie for the top golfer, you'd roll the decider die for each bullet. Is there a decider die tie? No, it's not for the top golfer. If there is a tie for the top golfer, you'd roll that. All other golf carts will be placed. So I think there's not a tie for the top golfer. This one is actually a tie for the low golfer, right? So I guess I could just put both of them at the bottom. I don't really mind that at all, actually. So Greg, or Charles Cootie, and Severino Ballesteros will both finish at D minus here, guys, as the low golfers of that group. And then everybody else will also finish at that D minus. Now, I think, if I'm not mistaken here, to make it a little more correct, or I guess a little more advanced playing here, I actually can have them. Like basically played so that they're not in the wrong area. So like for instance here, D plus, there's already somebody finished at the D spot there. I can actually utilize the blue or the performance chip, or the decider die, decider die, to see whether or not Scott Hoach and them will go there, or if Billy Casper and them will move other places. So I'm going to actually see whether or not they're going to stay at D or move up to a D plus, because there's no one down below here. So it says they will not, and so I think Billy Casper actually will move up here to D plus, and they will take that bottom spot there, just to spread out the scores a little bit, not having everybody playing at the same score, if that makes sense. Okay, let's go here, guys. 16, next grouping says here, draw golfer contends with a perk or an issue here, guys, with A minus. All right, so draw golfer is going to be Jack Burke Jr. at A minus. He will get himself a perk there. Nice for him there. And let's see, 16 also says, top golfer contends with A, others finish with D+. So top golfer is going to contend with an A. All right, so there's Arnold Palmer in this one here. Nick Price, Jim Furyk. So Arnold Palmer will contend with an A. All others, D+. Let's see how this one rolls here for us. A D+ here. All right, so it looks like they will, Tony Lema and this little grouping will not stay at the D+, but they'll stay at the C- here, according to that decider die rule, because they got the decider die here for them. Okay, so let's see here. Next grouping here. And a 23. Okay, so 23 says, draw golfer contends with A. All right, so he gets a perk as well here. So draw golfer is going to be Mason Rudolph. All right, so he's going to contend with an A and a chip here. And then it says all other golfers contend with B+. So looks like we got a lot of golfers here. Tiger Woods, all these guys. Woo! Some big golfers here contending with a B+. All right, so next golfing group says 56. That says draw golfer contends with A-. All right, so draw golfer A- here. Let's shuffle it up just a little bit here, make it kind of unknown. Dill Douglas there, guys. A- here contends with that, does not get a chip. All others finish with a D. Now remember, guys, we're going to roll that decider die here. Who's going to finish here is actually Steve Stricker, Hale Irwin, John Daly, of course. Anyone who's sitting with John Daly gets that. So there's some golfers already taken out. Will they stick with the D here, guys, or will they move up to a C rating? They're going to move up to the C rating. The reason why it's the bullet is there is if that was the case, they would take the spot and that group would move down. The problem is there's already a finished group over here, D-, so they will just search for the next finished grouping and they'll go to C. All right, so with that, we'll go to our next golfing group. You only need to really do this right here, that kind of way, if you're going to do a full leaderboard method of scoring. So if you just care about this grouping or the contending golfers, you don't really need to care about doing a full thing like that. It doesn't matter. This just makes it more fun for a nice spread out result. Okay, so it's a 14 here, guys. All right, so 14 says to us, top golfer contends with an A. Okay, top golfer contends with an A on the 14. Others finish with a C. Goodness gracious. So there's a 1A there already. Okay. And he ties with Jack Nicklaus here. Greg Norman, Ben Hogan. Nope. So it looks like he's going to contend here fairly easily. Jack Nicklaus will. So with that, Jack is going to be going up to contention with an A. So Jack has taken that one here. Now let's look at the group here to see whether or not they're going to stay at C or if they're going to move up to C+. And they will. That decider die actually moves. I'm going to say they're going to move up. Doug Ford's, the earlier grouping will move up, and this little group will actually move down here to the C average there, guys. So the next of the last two groupings here, let's put Ben Hogan. He was on that group. I kind of fell there. This has been quite the ride so far. This is a very nice offering here of golfers. So 46 says draw golfer contends with A minus. Okay, so draw golfer contends with A minus. Love to see this one here. A minus. Bam. All right, Jay Haas. So he's going to contend with a A minus there. And the rest of the golfers, low golfer finishes with a D minus. Others finish with D. So low golfer to 4C there. Okay. Wow, look at that. There's a lot of golfers in that grouping here, guys. So it looks like the low golfer was Kenny Perry with that 4C rating there. And then, let's see here. The packet of golfers here. And the reason why I'm just doing the low golfer and just going to put them down there is because it said it's just low golfer. I don't really care too much. If it's just one golfer going to one of those areas, that's fine. I'm not going to roll a decide or die. But this one will. So it's a D here. So they're going to get a D opportunity here. So we're going to roll and see whether or not they're going to move up or not. Bullet die says yes. So they will instead look for the nearest opening, which will be at the B minus rating. All right. So last set of golfers. I don't think I've seen Tiger Woods just yet, which means he should be in this. Or actually, you know what? We did see Tiger Woods. He's in the B plus here. I don't think I saw a lot of other golfers here, though. I was hoping for 46. I apologize there. 46 says draw golfer contends with A minus. Here we go. Let's see here. I'll draw those two, and then we'll pick between these guys here, and it's going to be Bruce Crampton. All right, so Bruce Crampton. This is going to be definitely a lot of different golfers here with an A minus here, guys. So he's going to contend with A minus. Other low golfers going to go with a D minus here. So, oh goodness, guys. Calvin Pete is probably Colin Montgomery. They tie for it, so Colin Montgomery and Calvin Pete are the low golfers, and they will fill out that D minus. Let's see if these guys, Jay Herbert and team, will move up, and they will. So they'll move up from the D section here all the way up to the B. So there you go. So they're finished with a B there. Now with contention, now we have everybody else set up here, guys. Once that's all done, we'll actually utilize the Tourney Day perks there, guys. But the main thing now is, of course, staging for the final round. And just like that, we're ready for the final round staging here for us, guys. We're going to look at this section right here on our leaderboard here, guys. Now, remember here, guys, we're looking at contending. Are they contending? Yes or no? Maybe so here, guys. So let's check it out real quick here. We're going to look at our A's, right? This is our A's and the A minuses. I apologize if it's a little bit off the screen there or the light's a little bit harsh there, but A and A minus, no one actually shot an A plus. That's kind of really interesting there. So, excuse me with that, guys. All right, so with that being said here, guys, we may have a good, solid, filling for the final day of contention. So let's check and see what we have here. So Jack Nicklaus is our first golfer we're going to roll for here. And the final, that 16 under, was a 272. So we're going to look at this roll right here. Let's see if I can just grab this guy right here. And 272 is what we're looking at for the A section right here. So bullet die 203, he rolls a 204. So he shoots a 204 there, guys. So we'll say he's got a 204 here. I'm just going to write that down real quick here. Jack Nicklaus there. Okay. So we'll put him right there, right in the front. He is even there. Now Mason Rudolph, this guy right here. Okay, so 204 here. We're going to look right here at this little section here. It says he rolls a 203. So he rolls the bullet die there, and he will move up. I'll actually just move him right up there. So Mason Rudolph shoots that 203 there for him. Okay. And he, of course, has that perk, so he's going to have a perk opportunity. I'm going to have to roll here to see what he has. But Arnold Palmer's are next up here with that A section, the last of the A's, and he rolls a 204 as well. So he'll be staying with Jack Nicklaus there, one back from Mason Rudolph. All right, with that being said, we're going to look at our A minuses here. Okay, so A minus is Bruce Crampton. All right, so that's a no bullet die, so that's a 206. So 203, 4, 5, 6. So 3 shots back is Bruce here. Jay Haas, he shot the same, so he's going to actually be a 206 as well there. Or I apologize, not 206. Yeah, 206. Yeah, there you go. All right, Doug Douglas here, or Dale Douglas. I apologize, mispronouncing his name, but he's actually going to shoot a 205. All right, so he'll be 2 shots back here. All right, and Jack Burke Jr., one with the Tour perk here, guys. He will also shoot a 205, so he will be right there with Dale Douglas, probably paired with him on that final day. Possibilities. All right, Lee Trevino's next here. He does not roll it there, so he does not do very well with that one. And he goes to 3 back. Mark Calcavecchia, outstanding golfer. He rolls yes. So there you go, guys. That's our groupings. Now let's see here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 golfers. Now the reason why I count them off like that is because 9 golfers, that means there's going to be one guy out by himself in his group, and he's not going to have somebody to play with. So with that being said, I kind of want to actually add somebody from this grouping here, this B plus grouping, and add them to it here. And we will utilize the same chart here, but I'll put them back a little bit, but at least it'll give somebody the opportunity to move up here. They're probably not going to be totally contending here, but you never know. I've seen golfers move up fairly quickly here, guys. No problems at all. But let's see how this one plays out here as we shuffle up. And we're just going to draw one golfer. I wish I had a golfer that really looked like they were playing well, but no one really stood out as a playing well kind of golfer. So let's roll, and we're going to do this guy right here. Payne Stewart, pretty cool. There you go. So Payne Stewart has that B plus right now, okay? So with that B plus, we're going to have to roll him on that scenario here. All right, so B plus is right here, and it's a 207 or 208. And he rolls the decider die, yes. So he rolled a 207, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 4 shots back is Payne Stewart, leading the way there for that B plus section there. And I think that's a nice, healthy grouping here. That's going to be 10 golfers, just like we had last time at the Lagarto Viejo Mundo Golf Club. And guys, once again, thank you much for watching. Let's get ready for some golf here, guys, out in Shanghai, China. This will be very cool to see how this golf course plays here. Challenging greens, lots of firm greens in this pack here. And, of course, it is a World Golf Championship, so there is plenty of opportunities for issues. One last thing I do want to do real quick here, guys, is actually do the weather for us here, okay? So the weather chart is right here. I want to see if we can do the weather just real quick here, guys. So we're going to look here at Asia. So it's going to be Central USA and Asia, humid, mid-continental, or is it humid subtropical? It's Asia as well. Central Asia. Okay, so we have our 2 here. Subtropical. I don't think they're subtropical. I think there'd be more of that mid-continental humid weather, not subtropical. They're not Mediterranean style there in Shanghai. I don't think they are. So let's roll right here. And we are playing this one here. Oh, well, you know what, guys? Looking at it right here, guys, it says March. Doesn't really have anything. So with that, guys, it doesn't have anything here. I'm trying to think here. Would it be more fun to have an opportunity here? I wonder what the weather is like there. I want to make sure here. All right, guys, there might be a little bit of a cut there. I actually looked up Shanghai, China. It does find itself on the eastern side, of course, eastern water area there of China. And it is central. It is in the centralized area. So if you went top to bottom, I kind of looked at it, and it kind of was in between that central area there. So I'm going to roll it here just for fun here, guys, because I do want to have an opportunity for weather. So let's see what we got here for our February. We're just ending February right now here. Let's see what it's going to roll there for February on that section right here, okay? So we roll our 2 dice here, and it rolls a 33 on February. That is nothing right there, guys. So that's just as easy as it is there, guys. So a 33 does not get any weather conditions. And with that, guys, thank you very much for watching. We'll look over at Shanghai, China here real soon with our leaders all set up and ready to go. All right, thanks, guys, for watching. We'll see you guys soon here, guys.